trekking through the jungle at night to avoid detection. 9 young North Koreans crossed the border from China to Laos, believing their next stop was South Korea and freedom. They were wrong. Aged between 15 and 23, some escaped North Korea 4 years ago into China looking for food. This video was filmed by a South Korean missionary who calls himself MJ. MJ and his wife hide their identity because they try to help refugees that China regularly arrests and sends back to North Korea. They look for fish bones and rice, he tells me, to mix together to make porridge. Then they eat toothpaste to help them digest it. This boy says he wants to live in China because here even the beggars don't go hungry. The nights were spent living in an abandoned building, the days avoiding Chinese border guards. When MJ met them in December 2009, it was minus 30 degrees Celsius. Most had frostbite on their hands and toes and skin diseases. Some had injuries they say came from beatings by guards when they were caught stealing food. All of them seem to have suffered from tuberculosis, says MJ, and as they were malnourished, their growth was stunted. MJ and his wife offered to help them leave China for Laos and then on to South Korea or the United States to claim asylum, a route they had successfully taken with other defectors. But after crossing into Laos this time, the plan went wrong. There was a search made while we were on the bus, MJ says. This is the first time it ever happened. The defectors and missionaries were investigated by Laos immigration for more than 2 weeks. Calling the South Korean embassy repeatedly for help, MJ says they were told everything was fine and the youngsters were being processed. No embassy official came to visit. May 27th, the defectors were told to pack as they were leaving for South Korea. As the missionaries tried to follow them, they say the door of the immigration office was shut and they were locked in a room for 2 hours. According to the United Nations, the young defectors were deported to North Korea via China. MJ's wife breaks down, saying it is unbearable that these children were taken away from us. But what makes me really angry is the response from the South Korean embassy. South Korea's foreign ministry tells CNN it is unfortunate and regrettable the 9 young North Korean defectors were forcefully taken, and they are inspecting the problems revealed from this incident and have improved and strengthened the overall support system. The foreign ministry in Laos says that the North Koreans were in their country illegally, and they also accuse the missionaries of human trafficking. But the United Nations and human rights groups are criticising the country for deporting the refugees. 안녕하십니까? 안녕하십니까? The defectors were last seen on North Korean state television saying they had been tricked into leaving the country, and it was by the grace of North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un that they were allowed to return. Human rights groups say defectors who are sent back are sometimes tortured or even executed. Fears are high for the 9 young North Koreans who thought they had escaped. Paula Hancock's CNN Seoul.